I'm your host, Pink. Yes, like the color. And guys, it's Monday. Woo! I know a lot of people are having a really busy week. The start of the week, and it's been really intense. And I know Mondays are always like have this weird vibe if you're not careful, because that's feel very depressive actually. But still, we have to still grind, get up, look beautiful, look handsome, go to work, come back home to your family, to an empty house. Doesn't matter these days. This is 917, guys. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome to Overt Radio. I just wanted to let you guys know that here at Heart Matters, we always try to let you know that your heart matters. Your heart really matters. You matter. We'll be sharing one of the most interesting heartbreak discussions. We'll be talking about things that have to do with the heart, heartbreak, relationship issues, how to navigate relationship issues and come out feeling so much more excited and happy. Here at Heart Matters, I would try to let you know that your heart matters and that you're super important and your relationships are important. And we're not gonna try to pretend like the matters of your heart isn't important and is not significant. It's very significant, very important, and things happen. Relationships go sideways very quickly, especially when so many things are involved. So many things are involved in relationships, and things can go very, very sideways very quickly. Here at Hot Matters, we'll be trying to change your feelings. Talk about it. Feel free to join the conversation. Yeah, baby, this is Over Radio. Feel free to join us at 070-633-159. 070-633-159. Feel free to talk during the conversation. If you have something to say, please reach out to us on our WhatsApp line. That's the line. Or reach out to us via Instagram at Overt News, Overt Radio, on TikTok, and stream on YouTube. Welcome, beautiful people of Lagos. This is Heart Matters. Woo! There's a lot going on. I just feel like I should tell everyone that if you've had a bad day today, if today was a bad day for you, I just want to let you know that your day is going to get significantly better. Okay? I hope my voice can just, touch you somewhere, and you start liking the way you're feeling. Woo! Okay. We're going to be discussing quite a lot. I'm going to give you some teasers, but just know that this is a very serious discussion. We're going to be having a Heart Matters. We're always talking about serious things. Every episode of Soulmates, we're always talking about things that are heavy, feely, sometimes it's very laughy. It's just so many emotions, and all these emotions are just very, very valid and very, very important. And that's why here at Overt Radio, we always feel like we need to discuss it. Just in case you don't know, from 9 p.m. every weekday, from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., we will be discussing so many things that have to do with love, relationships, sex life, relationship matter, and how we care for it for soulmates. And today, Heart Matters is one of the days where we carry out for it pass. We take it all in our head and we discuss it. We're talking about it. Okay, I think I should start with something today. Something that's just a little bit not too triggering for anyone, but it's still triggering for a lot of people because you could relate to what's happening here. Woo, this is a matter of Alicia. Who's been hearing this Alicia's matter, and involving gospel artist, gospel singer Neon Adejo, and famous celebrated photographer David Martins. Apparently, Alicia, Alicia's come out saying and claiming that her photographer husband has been domestically abusing her for the longest. Actually, she's had so many allegations on him about this. His wife accuses him of physical and spiritual assault, hurting their 3 months old baby, fake lifestyle, amongst others. Okay, this is one of those situations where you're like, come on, this is a little bit heartbreaking. Okay, photographer David Martin's estranged wife. She's not estranged. Okay, shares testimonies of other women who have been his victims over the years. Whoo! It's a little bit heavy. I told you guys this topic is hard to. So she follows on and drops, back to back to back. She tried to drop receipts for us. She said that, he wants to be perceived as this perfect, clean guy. Meanwhile, he's in realistic. To be realistic, everything he's just putting as a facade. He's posting flowers up and down, saying he lives in the UK, but he's just trying to deceive women. He has lived in Nigeria and he's married with a kid. Meanwhile, he's telling people that he's living in the UK. He's being deceiving. This is what Alicia's trying to go and say. She's trying to say that he's a very sinister person. He preys a lot on women. He even betrays his own male friends. She's saying this is not a marriage ending. This is someone he's actually evil and uses the gospel to lure you guys in, and then he fabricates lies about his personal life to make women fall under his spell. Woo! This sounds like a very terrible marriage ending. This one is taking it to a whole new level. Okay, she's talking a lot of things. See, David is always labeling the women he's with as the abuser. She started this one first, as the abuser, when he's the devil himself. When I heard he was telling people that his wife put a knife on him, I knew it was a lie because he has done this same thing to my friend. David Martin slander. I am up like mad. A fucking beast. This is from other women coming out to say it. Zero work ethics, zero at home too. Wicked human. Anything they said he did it times 10. Wow. And she's also saying that he also dates women who are 10 years younger than him. He preys on young girls. That's what she's trying to say. Alicia's coming out to say that he preys on young girls. Someone else is also coming out to support Alicia because Alicia tweeted this and then she's having a lot of response from that. Someone comes out to say at Ayana AG says, same David Martins that slept with me last month and claimed he wanted a relationship, but after sex he realized he didn't want a relationship anymore. Had no idea he was even married. Silly man. Still tell my story. When I found out he was married, he kept telling me they're getting a divorce. She's toxic, she hits him, she burns his clothes. It's her. He also told me she's going back to the States later that month or the next month. He's a predator and women should be wary of him. A lot of people are also coming out to say the same thing. Someone is also responding to the comments she made. My sister used to be friends with his brothers when they were still in Ikorodu, and she was utterly surprised when she saw you engaging in pictures with him. She kept saying David Martins doesn't deserve you because he was known for being violent and manipulative towards people he was in a relationship with, and his parents never took accountability for his silly actions. I'm so sorry you had to go through all this. Sighs. She also goes to post pictures of their baby and scars on her face from his scratches from him trying to beat her. I think they had a fight which involved their washing machine even. Someone else also responded to her message and says, he also beats my friends too. I believe you. These are women coming out to support her after she posted that David Martins is a woman beater and he's violent. And someone else has responded, the baby Bentley. I'm glad David Martins is finally being called out for the monster that he is. It's been a long time coming. And the stories I've heard, way worse. They aren't even thinking about their daughters, for fuck's sakes. Woo, okay. The undisputed queen of events at She Francis says, my first professional experience with David Martins almost made me lose my mind. I had just started my business then, handled my client's photography until date. We never saw pictures. He never took our calls. Such a headless fool. Such a heartless fool. Oh, I'm not shocked by this DV story at all. Woo, this is a very serious domestic violence issue because she's bringing in receipts, and all of women are also supporting this issue. She's the same guy, someone else that, okay, that's the issue, same guy that gives women STDs like it's nothing. Not only is she accusing him of domestic violence, she's also accusing him of spreading STDs to women. This is, okay, she posted a video of him playing the piano, and she's saying that this is what he does after he finishes beating her. He'll go and make a video and he'll look like he's an innocent person. She also says, anyone who knows Dave knows all he cares about is how his life looks on the outside. It's a facade. And I want to share the reality of what went on, because while I was protecting him, he was humiliating me. For what? What did I actually do to you? I was dehumanized to the point where when conflict arises, I was apologizing and blaming myself. He then took that and ran with it, showing friends and family that I was begging and apologizing. When really I was being manipulated and psychologically abused. And if you know how abuse works, then you can only understand how damaged I was. And I am speaking now because silence should never become the price a woman has to pay to preserve somebody else's reputation. I will not sanitize what happened to make other people comfortable. I will not carry shame for violence I did not commit, and I will no longer participate in protecting an image that existed at the expense of my safety and my child's safety. This is not gossip to me. This is not entertainment. This is not social media drama. This is my life. This is my son's life. And this is our truth to tell. She also posts pictures of... You can only go to Alicia Daniela on Instagram and Twitter, and you see she posts picture of her son's feet. This happened to my child after he attacked me for confronting him in the dark. You love your son so much but didn't care about his safety. You love your son so much but removed every trace of him from social media. You love your son so much but don't want to be responsible for him. You love your son so much and lie to people about me, using him against you to avoid being shamed for not wanting to be present. When people told me to take my child and go, I knew I would live the rest of my life in regret, because he's someone who actually cares about no one but himself. He couldn't see someone and walk into church like nothing happened. But I fought for Noah, and I even when I wanted to give up and go back to my marriage and home. Thank you to Lagos police for checking on us and leaving the case open. She had to report this case to Lagos police. She said she wanted to come out and say that her experience, on what everyone sees on social media is not the reality of their marriage. She's trying to tell us that he's not only a cheater, he's also a beater. He's domestic violent, and she's sharing so many pictures of he doesn't even take care of his wife and kids. They're living very poor lifestyle. Meanwhile, on social media, he gives this air of he knows that he's rich and wealthy. She said she was in Lagos for a year and he gave her a total of 250,000 naira, and not at once. When she fled home after the